Now, as far as we know, Julius Malema never met Kenneth Matiba. Okay? But we shall borrow some rhetoric from that South African to deal with some people, hypocrites in Kenya. Yeah? Now that the great son of Kenya, Kenneth Njindo Stanley Matiba, has gone to rest with his ancestors. Okay? Here goes. Baba, we know that you are our Baba because you are the father of the second liberation. When others were enjoying their ill-gotten wealth or ill-gotten wealth of their fathers, you are fighting for the masses. Indeed, you left your palatial home, your comfortable wealth and your comfortable life to fight for the masses in Kenya. Baba, some people are now saying that you are paid by Moi to divide the original very strong Ford so that Moi would win the elections much more easily. And some Kenyans, very naive Kenyans, have been very quick to believe this nonsensical story, nonsensical fairy tale. Because if it is true you are paid, how come you never recovered your wealth, taken away by the Moi regime? How come you died a pauper, and yet you are paid to divide Ford? How come you won the 1992 presidential elections, and yet you are paid to favor Moi? How? Baba, before you go, give us direction on how to deal with these idiots. Baba, already we are seeing those people eulogizing you, the first to come out and say nice things about you, are part of the system that crushed you. They never came to visit you even one day in hospital. They were never for you, and yet now they claim they are close friends. Baba, give us directions on how to deal with them. Before you go, give us directions. Baba, we know how you made your wealth. Okay, we know that you worked very hard and that you never made a single cent from stealing money from public coffers. And we know this made a lot of people very jealous of you. And we know that some of these people are now spreading propaganda that you made money from raiding public coffers just like them. They know that you're not there to defend yourself. And therefore, their crazy stories are gaining traction rapidly amongst those who are not there. Baba, we know that these people will be on the front row at your funeral. And they will pretend that you are just like them. Yeah? Of course, they will forget that not all of us were born in 1990. That some of us were there and we saw and we know the truth. And we have not forgotten. But we don't have a platform. And therefore their rhetoric will win the day. They are spreading lies about your legacy. And they will take advantage at your funeral to cement these lies about your legacy. Baba, before you go, give us direction on how to deal with them. Baba, you are a pioneer. You are ahead of your time because you are the very first to fight for electoral justice when very few other people knew what was happening. Indeed, that is why you boycotted the elections which followed 1992 in 1997 because you knew without electoral justice, the results would have already been decided even before the elections. These people we see praising you now, at that time called you mad. They said you had lost your mind. They said that the stroke had affected your mental capabilities. And they're here mourning and crying louder than the rest of us, thinking that we are forgotten. Baba, before you go, give us direction on how to deal with them. Baba, we know that you are a PS in the Kenyatta administration at a very tender young age. And now, these people are very determined to cheat Kenyans that you are just like them, are spreading the lies that you are part of the Kiambu Mafia, the ruthless Kiambu Mafia. And yet, Baba, you are not even from Kiambu. These lies are very hurtful to those of us who know the truth. Therefore, Baba, before you go, give us direction on how to deal with them. Baba, rest in peace. But before you go, give us direction on how to deal with your enemies. Because your enemies are our enemies. Baba, your enemies are the enemies of Kenya. Baba, your enemies are the enemies of the masses of Kenya, the people you cared so much for. Your enemies are the enemies of the people. Therefore, before you go to rest in peace, please give us direction on how to deal with the enemies of the people.